Like if you found the video valuable. It was raining when Detective Mark Collins arrived at the terminal. Flight 312 had just landed, but there was a problem. One passenger was missing. Not delayed, not in transit, gone. Vanished without a trace. Mark's gut told him this wasn't an ordinary disappearance. Airport security had checked and double-checked every gate, restroom, and waiting area. No CCTV footage showed anyone leaving the terminal. And yet, the flight manifest confirmed the missing passenger, a woman named Evelyn Harper, traveling alone. He started by interviewing the flight attendants. She boarded, seat 17B, window side, ate her snack, read a book, and then she was gone. We thought maybe she went to the restroom, but there's no record of her leaving the plane. Mark frowned. Something about the story didn't add up. The flight was over 12 hours, every movement documented. If she vanished mid-flight, it had to be impossible. He went to the plane, now parked at the hangar, and stepped inside. The cabin smelled faintly of coffee and recycled air. He ran his fingers over the armrest at 17B. There was no sign of struggle. No fingerprints except hers and the crew's. A flight attendant whispered, it was like she just evaporated. Mark frowned. He checked the logs. Everything was routine until about 3 hours into the flight, when the plane passed over a remote stretch of the Rockies. That's when the cockpit audio recorded a strange static, followed by a voice that wasn't either pilot or co-pilot. Don't look. Mark shivered. Static usually indicated equipment malfunction. But the voice, it had clarity, urgency, and fear. He pulled up the CCTV for the terminal and the baggage claim. All footage from Flight 312's arrival showed the passengers disembarking. Every passenger walked past the cameras, except one. Evelyn Harper. She was never seen leaving the plane. Then Mark noticed something chilling. On the final frame of the plane's CCTV, just before the gate closed, a flicker appeared in 17B. The window seemed to ripple, like a heatwave, and in that brief moment, Evelyn's hand appeared pressed against the glass, then vanished. Mark felt a cold sweat. Theories raced through his mind. Hallucination, technical glitch, but deep down, he knew it was none of those. He went to her seat again, and that's when he noticed the book she had been reading. The pages were blank, every single one, yet a faint indentation ran across them, like words had been written and erased, or never meant to be read. A chill ran down his spine. He heard the faintest whisper behind him. Find me before they do. Mark spun around. The cabin was empty. The hum of the ventilation system was the only sound. But when he looked back at 17B, the indentation on the pages glowed faintly, forming letters that hadn't been there before. The next flight will not land. Outside, the rain pounded harder against the hangar windows. Mark felt the weight of something watching, something that didn't belong to the world of logic or reason. Evelyn Harper was gone, but not lost. Not yet, and somewhere in the distance, another flight was preparing to take off. Mark realized then that this was bigger than a missing passenger. This was a warning, and if he didn't act fast, he might be next. The lights flickered. The shadow of a figure passed across the empty aisle. Mark's heart raced. Someone, or something, was still on Flight 312. And it was waiting.